Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Windchill webinar series, where today we're going to take a look at ThingWorx Navigate. My name is Rob Romanowski. I'm the Director of Sales Operations for 3HTI, and leading the presentation today is Daniel Gamis, who is an Associate Solutions Consultant with the Virtual Center of Excellence at PTC, as well as an Applications Engineer. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a short presentation and a demo of what ThingWorx Navigate is. And in short, it's basically a series of role-based applications that runs in conjunction on top of Windchill to help make Windchill more efficient, to help you find the data and the information that you need and quickly sift through and bypass any information or data that you're really not interested in. So that helps you to operate more efficiently. So whether you're new to looking at product lifecycle management and just getting some more information, or if you're a current Windchill user, I hope you will find this webinar informative and helpful. So with that, Daniel, take it away, my friend.
Hi, thank you for that introduction. Yep, so today we'll be talking about the ThingWorx Navigate, which is it's a suite of role-based applications with enabling more stakeholders to access and impact the product data. I'm going to start first with talking about some of the challenges that industries are facing right now. What are some of the industry challenges today around accessing the product data? First, information is typically siloed within different organizations. This information is needed by the entire company for throughput. There must be an easy way to leverage that data from multiple organizations and see the whole picture. On top of that, there are multiple enterprise applications. Many companies have disparate systems managing different systems types of data. This is going to cause a bottleneck when trying to view all the data from one spot or application. On top of that, there are a broad set of roles requiring that product data. And often people are putting in the data into the systems and have no problem getting to the data, but people in roles like sourcing, marketing, and manufacturing need easy access as well in order to make better decisions in a moment's notice. Some additional challenges are going to include a non-optimized PLM interface for a specific role, and many different types of users can access the data they need, but getting the exact data can be difficult. The PLM interface can be considered like a Swiss Army knife, which multiple gadgets. And Navigate, it's strategic in nature. It is used to quickly and easily access data when you need to. Now, casual users often forget the proper way to use a PLM system. And there may be some training and best practices for accessing a PLM system, but these rely on regular use in order to remember. And casual users will usually end up going to ask an application expert to get information for them. And this is going to take away from the time the engineer has to spend on design, as well as delaying access to the data needed by the casual user. Now, the PLM interface can be customized, but can be very costly. And customization for one group or role may be limiting another's group ability to use the interface. And finally, upgrading now becomes more complex and costly. What is the solution to the previous mentioned challenge? And that's going to be ThingWorx Navigate, which is a suite of role-based applications enabling more stakeholders to access and impact the product data. And what makes up this solution? There are applications to view parts. It's going to cover the 3D models, CAD drawing, and part-specific data. There are applications to view documentation, and these allow viewing any product-related documentation redesign in Windchill. Next is going to be the online change broad application, which is called My Task. And lastly, customers develop specific use case custom applications that can be integrated into the Navigate solution. When we look at the list of the out-of-the-box applications you get with Navigate, here in the capabilities, I would like to point out a few key applications, just as the view drawing application. It's gonna be great for manufacturing floor personnel who need to quickly access drawing data, and the view part list is beneficial for procurement and purchasing for quantities and bills of materials. With My Task, streamlines the change request review process, while the download drawing bundle can quickly package up drawings that may be needed by suppliers. Now it's going to provide easy searching, filtering, navigation, and viewing product data. The screens and processes are standardized between the applications, so it's uses streamlined and consistent with little to no training. And Navigate it's going to provide a modern and scalable interface which can be utilized on multiple devices. And this is going to mean including PCs, phones, tablets. Then the interoperability layer via the Navigate application developer kit is going to provide a holistic view to the PLM data. And includes not only data from Windchill, but also data stored in external databases or enterprise systems. Now it's going to allow you to dynamically connect to multiple systems of origin, which could be PTC core products, or by utilizing pre-built connectors, access third-party systems like ERPs, MEs, and ThingWorx is the backbone of Navigate. ThingWorx will allow you to pull information not only from your PTC system, but also your customer systems, and the integration layer that are used to funnel the data from the different systems, and ThingWorx, along with Navigate, puts that information into the hands of the user via a single sign-on interface. And decisions making is more effective when the user can see all the data at the same time. So systems could include a real-time system of record, cloud-based, on-site, and SaaS. And apps can be tailored and deployed quickly, and the setup and delivery are efficient, meaning hours and days, not weeks and months. I'd like to proceed with the demonstration. Now, as part of this demonstration overview, we'll be utilizing Navigate as different individuals with different roles in an organization. And the first individual is going to be Mike, who is in manufacturing. And Mike needs to quickly review a key assemble, and he may know a portion of the part number, so he can go ahead and type it in. Now with the view part structure application, it's gonna have a structure table and a live 3D view of the selected ski assembly. As parts are selected in the 3D view, they're gonna be highlighted in the table, and the selected part details gonna show right in the upper right corner. Now exporting it to Excel is also being made available for the part structure application, which can include intended levels. The live 3D view on the left-hand side. It's going to allow for freehand positioning of the CAD data in addition to standard ISO orientation options as well. As we can see in here, we can freely move the part, and we are able to see those additional standard ISO orientation options. We can also use the transform option. This is going to help with the individual parts that make up this key assembly. They can be broken apart for an in-depth review. It's going to be very easy to use. And once we have reviewed all of our individual parts, with a single mouse click, we can reposition all the parts to the original location. Individual parts can also be isolated, so only the selected part is shown in the view. And then we can go back to restore the original view as well. And if you want to transition from one app to another, it can be performed without returning into the main screen. So Mike now is going to go to select the View Parts List application. And this application is going to enable one-click exporting of information for all parts that make up this key assembly. And the part listed in the table has been configured to show additional columns for the parts. And the quantity can be pulled from an ERP system to provide live inventory data as each part is selected. And details were shown on the right corner. Now with the viewpart properties application, it's going to show specific details to this key assembly. And this view is fully configurable and additional attributes can be added to the configuration of that app. And we can view and measure in 3D, which is going to open Creo view. And it's going to provide a high resolution view of the 3D model with many additional features to review and interrogate this key assembly. And within Creo view, markups can be added in order to aid in the review process. And measurements can also be quickly validated as well. Now with the view drawing application, it's going to bring up the detailed 2D drawing for this ski assembly. And the view parts collection has been configured for Navigate to show the latest drawings. So Mike is assured that he's working with the most current drawings. Now with the view design file application, it's going to show all of the design files for the ski assembly. Individual design files or drawings can be opened as needed, or users can download all the files with just a single click. Now, as part of the manufacturing process, mechanists, they need easy access to drawings to validate dimensions to ensure that the part is being machined properly with the correct tolerances. And by using Navigate, the drawings for a specific part can be quickly located and viewed. And if there's any need to view the PMI data in the context of the 3D model, the viewport structure application with the 3D viewer is going to provide that functionality. Now, as we transition to the next role, you're going to see Phil, which is a purchasing agent, and he's going to have access to only a couple of part applications, but also it's going to have access to document applications that Mike didn't. Now, Phil's going to be looking for a documentation provided by Fox, who's in this case, it's the supplier of just as shock absorbers for the Axis product line here. And he's going to select for search for the Axis. He can select here the document that he's interested in. And this document can be also opened in Windchill using the link provided. And any type attachments to the document can be reviewed as well. Now, Phil also needs to confirm the material safety datasheet documentation. It's available for a chemical, uh, the department that he's responsible for. And in this case, the View Document Structure app is going to have access to all available MSDS information. And he selects, he's going to look for the master's MSDS document, which is going to show all the related content in the structure view. And as selections are made, the details were shown presented in the upper right corner. Now, when reviewing the documentation, he noticed that information is outdated. So he's going to be able to report it. He can give a quick description, set a category, and he can add attachments if desired. He can go ahead and report it. And as mentioned before, custom applications are going to be also supported. And in this instance, the purchasing must bundle a group of documents together to submit a potential supplier for a quote. And the download drawing bundle app is going to allow the user to specify the type of drawing files formats, enter a list of part numbers, and generate the bundle into a zip file. Then a summary report is going to shown for verification, and the zip file is simply going to be downloaded from the download button. And then this zip file can be included either for the email requesting the quotes from various suppliers or any other. Now we're going to look into Pat, who is a product manager, and he wants to report a problem. He can simply do it with the report a problem in here, which is going to be simple and effective. This is another way to report a problem. So you can report problems in different parts of the application that you're in. Now, with the release of Navigate 8.5, the first contributor app is now available. It's going to support an online CRV review process, which is going to streamline the change request review process. And for this is going to be my tasks that can be used to easily review, approve, or delegate online CRV tasks. And these tasks can be filtered via status and text, and any column can be sorted. And reassignment is done by simply clicking one or more open tasks and then selecting the reassign button here. And in the pop-up, simply select the individual to assign the task to. And a reason for reassignment can also be added if desired. And the details for any task are going to be shown when the task is selected. And all information needed to review the change request is provided and is configurable based on the role. And this current task looks like it's been approved by 3 people. And the details in the link is going to show specifics. Back in the details, the description can be reviewed along with the proposed solution. You can see that there's no cost in this case because a validation must be performed in order to see changes to be made. Now, all affected items are part of the online CRV review process, and the other Navigate applications can be used to immediately review any affected items. And if needed, the fuel assembly in question in here could be quickly exploded using the view part structure application to aid in the validation and review process. Now, if we want to add any attachments that can also be included, in this case, it's the heated seat manual that has been included. And if this document was managed in Windchill, it could have been included in the affected items as well. Now, once a review is completed and the decision to approve or reject has been made, you can simply select the proper button to either approve or reject. And a pop-up again was provided to record any comments needed to justify the approval or rejection. Now here we can see also how an approval is going to look. We can go ahead and approve this. And it's going to ask you for an e-signature to verify the user. And once completed, we can see that the status has changed in here. We are also able to edit an application by simply clicking here on the pencil icon. And we're going to have different options to customize depending on our needs. So we can see the different configuration options that we're offering here. Now that we've seen the standard applications, let's look to a couple of examples of custom applications created by some of our pre-sold resources in here. The first is going to be the custom application with an ECN metric dashboard, and it is accessible as we just saw from the main Navigate screen. And so you're using here some pie charts that are going to be broken down by state and deadline performance. And if further details are needed, we can select the ECN in question and use a link to open it in Windchill. Now that the demonstration is completed, I want to go over a few slides to show the benefits that you're going to get with Navigate. With Navigate, it's going to allow you to efficiently use your collected data. And companies are spending so much money developing this data. Why not allow everyone who needs to use the data throughout the enterprise to easily access it? With the throughput is increased, rework is reduced, and knowledge allows better decision making. Navigate is going to be easy to deploy and adopt, and deployment is quick, and value is recognized almost immediately. Product development is going to need to involve all of the stakeholders earlier and more often. Navigate is going to allow you to do that. More insight leads to a better product. And finally, with more eyes on the data, errors are going to be reduced, which will naturally lower the overall cost. Thank you very much.
All right, Daniel. Well, thank you very much for that overview and that demonstration of ThingWorx for ThingWorx Navigate for Windchill. If you have any questions or if you want to see a more detailed private demonstration of ThingWorx or any of the Windchill suite of solutions or even Creo, you can reply to the email that was sent to you for inviting you to this webinar. Those emails come directly to me since I send them out. Or you can contact us at info@3hti.com. Thank you again for being on. The recording will be posted by tomorrow up on our YouTube site, and the recording will be sent to all who registered. Thanks, everyone, and have a great day. Take care.